don't want to miss this.
Oh, okay. So
I'm sorry.
What I'll be showing you right now is, because this went on live.
We are Facebook Live right now, so everybody could see what you're talking about. I have it zoomed in on your computer.
Is a study done by a friend of mine, Božidar, in Slovenia. Let me go to the top here real quick. Sorry, I got to move this mic.
Okay. We're on it, so we're with you.
Talking about glioblastomas. He studied 7 real-world cases of people with glioblastomas, which is the most aggressive form of cancer. Generally, it starts in the form of a brain tumor.
Okay.
So all 7 of these patients had really big brain tumors. They went through surgery, they went through radiation, they went through chemo, and the doctors said
there was no other alternative for them.
So what we have here, let's see if I can tilt this to where I can talk and do this.
Yeah, I know you're in pain. If you want to, maybe we should get you a stand for that computer or a table.
So here we go. We're talking about the number of compounds. They've so far identified 1,255 in cannabis, and 144 are exclusive to cannabis, so they're the cannabinoids. And then it has a quick little slide about CB1 and CB2 receptors, which is basically when you take this oil, what it does is it attaches to these receptors in your cells and in your body. And it's not necessarily that this is like a magical medicine that cures you. What it does is when it hits those receptors, the THC primarily, when it hits those receptors, it tells them to function correctly. So what's going on is all of these cells are misfiring, misfunctioning, which is causing your disease. So that's why they say this works for generally every single disease as a cure or control, because it helps your cells to work how they're supposed to.
But you have to ingest it and eat the full plant matter oil. It has to go into your body for this to be effective and to fight the cancer.
Exactly. And so here's a slide about the entourage effect when I was telling you that there's the cannabinoids, terpenoids, and flavonoids. All 3 of these work together to make the THC stronger, the CBD stronger, whatever you're going to use. They all work together to make it stronger. So like the companies that are isolating CBD only, CBG only, CBN only, and they're selling you those bottles, you're not going to get the full effects that you
So it's funny, I just handed you a distillate.
You need all of those.
Yeah, I just handed you a distillate from Incredibles, which we're all like the company.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's great products. But what do you think about distillates and concentrates?
I just think I enjoy them. On a hobby level, on a recreational level, I couldn't afford to buy more than one thing at once. So I equate it to like the grow market, the hobby grow market, where when I started, it was like 3 or so bottles you would need to buy. They would tell you to buy that at the grocery store. They'd say, hey, buy the red, the green, and the brown.
I saw your posts about this, and I totally want to talk to you about this on a whole nother level.
And so now there's like 15 bottles. You go to Cycle or whatever, Garden of the Gods, they tell you, hey, you need 20 bottles, 15 bottles to run this line. That's what I think they're doing to this plant, and I feel it's the same kind of way. Well, hey, you need to buy all these 10 different things that we're all pulling from one.
Well, they're also trying to like sell other people that don't like the plant on it. Like, oh, we'll separate this out and put this will be, you know, you could just have the THC, you could just have the CBD, you could just have this, and then people like people that never like tried it are all like, oh, wait a minute, now like maybe like I could try that, maybe I could get into that. You know, they're trying to like.
Sure, and I can understand that, except they take it too far, and these same people think, oh, well, maybe I can try that for cancer.
And they have no idea.
And they fucking die.
That's why.
They die. I've talked to them and their family members. It's sad and depressing, which is why I'm so passionate about this, because whether the CBD people know it or not, there are guys who are pushing this propaganda, and they're doing it on purpose so they can make money. Not all of them are, but there are guys doing it, and they'll get one of these studies done on a mice, and they'll say, oh, okay, well, this shows it works on this cancer, so buy my shit. And then this person dies. It's very serious. They don't care because they get the money either way.
No. Yeah, it's a really cutthroat world we live in, especially now these days.
Well, it's that gray area of like where we are. It is a medical applicant, and it isn't. Like you gotta apply that shit full go so that people can be told that this is how it's gotta be administered.
Well, once I found out about this, I really have no need for products, quote unquote products. You know, I see it all as being kind of silly.
What you use the dab still? I'm sure just for pain, maybe, and for relief, like instant.
For instance, But I do see kind of how silly it all is, I guess, is the
Right.
way it looks to me. Is that it's just another one of the thing where it's like they're coming at you saying, hey, you need to buy this.
Now,
You need to buy this.
when you moved here,
Why?
were you into dabs already when you moved here?
No.
See, that's very interesting too.
Were you?
Yes.
You guys were dabbing in New York?
I was dabbing. I've had dabs in New York right at like the cusp of when I was
About
leaving
Florida?
New York. 2013, I had them, but I didn't know what to do with
I
them.
had friends who did, but
And in Florida, I was
wasn't.
full dabs.
Well, I also tell
Yeah.
you that pretty much the 2 years preceding me immediately coming here, I was on probation, so I was pretty.
Light. And,
It was hard
For selling weed?
to no, just for speaking out, really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I had a bunch of trumped up charges. Yeah.
This guy, I love him, man.
I know, man.
I love this guy. No wonder he's moving out. He's just like, I'm sick of this place.
Yes,
Oh man, it can happen
So,
again.
if you move to Croatia, or where is it? Where are you going? Croatia.
Croatia. Pennsylvania.
What's the like legalization, or like what's the
Croatia's
logistic?
illegal. Still very illegal. Slovenia is 100% legal.
Yeah, let's scrape that off your arm there.
There is no.
Let's dab
do that. Yeah, let me dab that. Okay, pause on the presentation. We're gonna do an elbow dab.